Mabuhay sa inyo lahat! Andito ako na naman! Ako pala si Andres. And you're watching TrendingNiAndres. And today I'm gonna do another reaction video because we have a lot of time. It's quarantine time, it's GCQ. Not much we can do. We have to stay at home and stay safe. So what am I doing? I'm watching a lot of videos online on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, guys. Lots of interesting stories as well. And then of course on Facebook. Don't forget, like my page on Facebook. I do not have too many likes on Facebook, so please help me out. Okay, everything I post there is not always the same as what I'm posting on YouTube, so that might be something of interest to you as well. Okay, so help me out and subscribe on all my channels. At this time, I'm actually gonna take a look at a very good video. It's from YouTube again. It's a video about the Philippines in the old days, and this is from the 60s. It's called New Horizons, Philippines 1960s, and this is one of my favorites. It's been a few years since I watched it last time, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing it again, and I hope you guys will leave me some comments about the memories you guys have, not only of Manila, but of the entire Philippines. Just leave me a comment down below, guys. Alright, so let's have a look here. New Horizons. I like the music. Ayun, look at that. Wow, we hardly ever see those boats anymore, no? Do they still wear those hats in the fields? I'm just wondering. I haven't seen that for a while. I've seen it in Vietnam, no? Pan Am. Okay, so this is basically a promotion video by Pan Am Airlines for the Philippines to get people to travel here. So it's with an American view, of course, but that's fine as long as we can see what it was like back in the 60s. It looked so much different. Okay, guys, Pan Am Airlines. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, this is in German. Okay, let me just stop for a second. Let me see if I can find an English one. So, guys, as you could see, this was a Pan American, so Pan Am Airlines video promoting the Philippines. It was dubbed into German, so I just had to stop for a second, try to find an English version. I found the Italian, and I finally found the English version or the American version, right? And let's continue where the Pan Am flight or Pan Am airplane is flying through the skies going to the Philippines. Okay, so let's continue again, unless you guys want to hear the other in German or Italian. I mean, they're easier to find than the English one for some reason. Okay, so hold on for a second now. Let's start.
Aboard a jet clipper high over the Pacific.
That's better.
And you feel the anticipation.
Wow, look at the space inside those airplanes before.
Of nearing a new horizon.
And that is Manila. Look
there
at this.
There it is. Suddenly out of the vast Pacific rises bright and busy Manila. A new world in what was once the island jungle of the Philippines.
Jungle, okay. Yeah, Nintomoros.
Named for King Philip of Spain in 1521, the new republic has 24 million people, 2.5 million in Manila. Mostly Christian, they are fun-loving, optimistic, loyal, sentimental, and socially gracious. The destruction of Manila in World War II led to a far greater
Isn't it amazing
city.
To see?
Now the bustling metropolis hums with a vibrating tempo of progress.
I love how they're all wearing
One
nice
reason, some
clothes
visitors say, is the oriental melting pot here. The mixing of ingenuity and ambition.
How many of these places do you guys recognize? Leave me a comment below if you recognize any of these places, huh? Look at the jeepneys, huh?
There's
They're
an
a bit shorter,
example of real enterprise. Filipinos with aspirations to get somewhere turned their war surplus jeeps into what they call jeepneys, so everybody can get somewhere.
Wow, there's so many of them. Here we are. Oldies, no? Ideal. Oh, ruins.
The Filipinos need few reminders of the past. The future is their concern as they push the ruins aside to make way for a brand new country.
That was war.
You're not here long before you believe in the miracle of Manila, for it was almost completely leveled by war. Today, it is a show window of democracy, for freedom is a hallowed tradition among the leaders of the Philippines.
From Luneta, no? Sal Park.
A fascinating side trip is to nearby Baguio, where the National Military Academy trains leaders to help guard their newly founded republic.
Look at them.
A territory of the United States for nearly 50 years, the Philippines Academy is fashioned after America's West Point.
Galing, huh? It looks good, no? Oh,
the spirit of liberty is also apparent on the tiny isle of Corregidor. In World War II, Filipinos and Americans fought side by side from this famous fortress for 5 long, heartbreaking months.
Wow, that must have been hard. Look at how it was damaged during the war. I really want to go and have a look.
Destroyed, the island is a national shrine now, and the awesome scars of battle are left as they were when the fighting stopped.
Yeah, that's war. That's war.
Standing among these wounds that still gape and ache with memory, the visitor experiences a rare illusion of living through a great moment in history. Another excursion off the beaten path is a visit to Zamboanga, an old town of Muslim influence where a 17th century Spanish outpost was occupied by the Americans in 1899. Mohammedanism, which was brought here by Arab missionaries in the 14th century, is still predominant, all of which produces a rare setting for a traveler from the New World.
Nice, huh? So peaceful, huh? I wonder what it looks like today. I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like this today in Zamboanga.
The scene at sea is also unique as they sail the gentle waters in bright-colored vintage. The Muslim people here are like other Filipinos. Theirs is a different culture. Natural-born divers, they can harvest a bountiful crop of shells and coral for their handicrafts, diving 70 feet or more, exploring the finest oyster beds in the Pacific. Formerly notorious for pirating in the Sulu and China seas, their fondness for artistic and colorful things led them to skills with precious metals and stones. Once one of the most warlike people in the world, they never came to terms with any of the occupying nations.
Yes, that's true, huh? Even now we still do have some issues there, huh? It's an independent people in Sulu. So colorful, look at that. Huh?
In the village among the fragile huts on stilts, the Muslim women display their artistic talents in fine mat weaving. Here on the other side of the earth from Spain and the Muslim countries, these Oriental gypsies show the same characteristics of the old world. The bronze gongs accompany the Islamic folk dance with an Asiatic flair on a stage of fiber mats.
Wow, it's just like in Indonesia, huh? Something you see in Indonesia, no?
In other parts of the islands, you'll delight in watching this folk dance called the tinikling, named for a long-legged grain-stealing bird who dances about to avoid the farmer's trap.
No? Pretty sure you remember
my video. It's a combination dance and sport to keep your toes from getting smacked by the clacking bamboo poles.
Yon, galing, galing. Bilis. Faster. Ayan nyo, faster.
More footwork is observed in the native sport of sipa, which the youngsters are practicing. A wicker ball game left over from the old Spanish days. Sipa is the Philippine word for kick. The fundamental shots are easy to master, but the expert's fancy footwork is unique.
Ang galing, ah. Look at that.
Scoring is up to 21, like volleyball or ping pong. That's the last resemblance to any other sport. The champions have a wide repertoire of shots. Front inside left or right, outside left or right, and the bottom kick that requires eyes in the back of the head.
Ang galing, ah. Wow.
Little Tortoy and his faithful friend the Carabao stray from the rice paddies at midday for lunch together, offering camera clickers an opportunity to match the pictures in their old geography books.
It's eating the sugar cane, huh? Masarap yun, ah.
To see the age-old method of harvesting the staple of the Orient, you don't have to travel far from the cities.
The rice fields, no?
This is the technique for threshing the grains from the stalks.
I wonder if they still do it that way.
In winnowing rice, the wind separates the hulls from the kernels. The kernels fall down and the hulls fly off in the air. Further separating is achieved with a strainer. These picturesque terraces on the uplands of the islands took generations to build, and rice is still the chief crop.
But that's one of the wonders of the world, no? But now we're not. Rice fields, as far as I remember.
A romantic rendezvous is in the midst of the mighty Pagsanhan Falls.
Pagsanhan Falls. Oh, I was there a few years ago.
Above the falls, more peaceful pleasures.
So relaxing, peaceful, no? Unlike the modern hectic society we have today, no?
But downstream, the strong in heart and muscle answer the challenge of the rapids, zigzagging through slippery bottoms and enormous boulders, steering for passageways slightly
they're not even
wider
scared,
than a
no?
canoe. When you don't find the local guides battling the treacherous river, you'll spot them in quieter waters landing fish. They invite you for either sport, casting a line or shooting the rapids.
Shooting the rapids at Pagsanhan. Shooting the rapids, huh?
Typifying the country's progress are the modern hotels.
Looks good.
The appearance is Western, but there is a blending with the East. It is a particularly pleasing mixture in Philippine dishes.
Wondering. Haha, look at that. I've never seen a dish like that before. Look how it's,
A familiar order might be
it's made out of
adobo,
different vegetables.
a combination of chicken, pork, and beef, and a heavy touch of garlic. Or sinigang, stewed lake fish of rare flavor. Or meat with vegetables served with local rice and traditional hospitality. Outside there is a view which reminds us of their legend, of how a giant threw a great rock into the sea and the 7,000 broken pieces became their nation. Golden Islands in the blue Pacific.
That was a good video, huh? From 1965. So that video was made in 1965. Wow, it looked so different from the Philippines and the Manila we see today, huh? It looked much cleaner. It looked, well, of course there's still a lot of people, but it looked somehow to be more peaceful than it is today. Today's Manila and the Philippines is so hectic. We have so many people here, but still, of course, it's a nice place to live. Although it seems to me that 1965 was an even better time. Not too much pollution. Wow. Let's try to think back to 1965 and let me know what you guys think. Was that maybe a better time than it is today? Not just in the Philippines, but maybe in the entire world. I think even Denmark. When I look at the old videos and pictures from when I was a kid, well, I wasn't born in 1965, but I see those pictures from a long time ago, and I kind of think that it might have been a better time. Before the internet, before gadgets, you know, people had to go outside, kids had to play outside, you know. It was a good time, it really was, honestly. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Was the 60s a better time than today, and why? Okay guys, so I'll see you in the next video from TrendingNiAndres. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and of course the bell button so you'll be notified when we have new videos for you.